I want to do a build review or after build review of this model kit here. This is the Russian TOS-1A multiple rocket launcher by Trumpeter Models in 1/35 scale. The kit number is 05582, and I'm just going to go over a review of it and then make some comments about the kit itself and the real vehicle, a little bit of information. So to start off with, the TOS-1A is the multiple rocket launcher, 220 millimeter thermobaric rocket launcher, and it's currently in service with the Syrian and Russian armed forces. Now this kit is actually representative of an earlier vehicle. The kit itself by Trumpeter came out not too long ago, only a couple of years ago, but it's still kind of based off of an older vehicle, something from like maybe the 2016 era, around then. So to start off with, I'll talk about the kit itself and the build, which was pretty excellent. It's like the typical Trumpeter kits. It is a builder's kit. It's not just like a click together kit. There's little bits of work here and there, but everything it fits the way it's supposed to, and I didn't really have any major issues with anything. The only part that I had issue with is right here, the little hydraulic arm. You can see that it's on that weird angle, and obviously it's supposed to come straight out, and it's so far off. You'd really have to correct that to like to make it proper. You'd have to do quite a bit of work to that because it is so far off. That's really the only issue I found in the build. But this kit is actually set up to just be in transport mode. If you notice on the instructions, the way it looks here is actually how this kit is supposed to be. When you go through the instructions and you're building, that's how they want you to set it up. I don't know why they include the open rockets the way they have, because it really is not set up to be in the firing position. I suppose you could have it in the transport position with them open, but there's several things you have to change. There's these little, you can see in the on the instructions, there's these little arms here, these little braces, and they're in the permanent upright position, so you have to cut them and modify them so that they're laying down. Also the rear end, these stabilizing braces, which are just like on a fire truck or vehicles like that, these little stabilizer braces in the firing mode, they should be flat on the ground for the firing. And even though they give you the little arms, the little actuator arms, like you can extend these out, you can't lower them. And like, I'm not sure why they made them sort of extendable, because if you can't have them lowered on the ground. Now I don't know if anybody ever did a resin conversion set or anything to for the detail to correct this, so you could have them flat on the ground. I've never seen it, if there is a conversion out there, but this right here, you couldn't really have it the way I have it set up, like for firing. Another thing about this, like it also includes the covers, which is the way it's supposed to be built, to have covers over the box here for transport. And I don't know why they do this, but this vehicle has a full set of rockets in it. And if you've ever seen the real vehicle and the way they use them, it almost never has a full set of rockets. They only carry like what is required for the mission. But you can't, these aren't actual tubes, it's just a plate on there that you really can't modify it to have just a few of them, like some empty and some full, which is on the back. You can see also the way the rockets are open like this. And this is sort of something that goes back to their Grod rocket launcher truck. On the Grod, they have the same sort of issue. You could have the transport. You could have all of the tubes capped for transport, or you could have them all open, but they don't give you rockets. So either you have empty tubes or you have capped off tubes. So you couldn't really have it as if it's in a firing position. You'd have to sort of make the rockets yourself. I don't know why Trumpeter does that. It's sort of like they're half and half. It's like you either have all the rockets like this, or you have no rockets like on their Grod kit. It's something, I don't know, they'll have to figure out on their own. Now, that's just the things I'm pointing out that are sort of like issues with this kit. If you wanted to make it like in the firing position, it's very hard to. If you wanted to just put this on a train car for transport or something like that, then you'll have no issue. This, I was going to talk about the actual vehicle itself. This is based off of an early model of the TOS. Probably, I would say up to like, I use the date like 2016, where it's, if you notice, the chassis is a T-72 chassis, like with the old splash guard in that. In the current issue ones, the current service ones, the vehicle they use is a T-72 B3 chassis, which like it has, you'll see sometimes it's those really distinctive plates, like there's the reactive armored plates that are on the front. And I don't know why because of when this kit was released, I would think they would have made this the current issue vehicle. However, if you look in the box of all the parts, if you go through them all, it does actually include the reactive armor on the front and the plates on the side. So you could, I wish I would have known that before I started building this, because you can make the proper variant, the proper current variant, if you use those spare parts that are included in the box. And of course, it doesn't tell you in the instructions that those are included. You would just have to make it on your own, but it would be a proper updated vehicle. And then it's also missing, I added this little ammunition box myself, but it's missing. If you see these vehicles, there's a couple of toolboxes that go on the top of the fenders, or the skirting here. There's two great big toolboxes on there, and of course they're not included here. I hope somebody comes out with those in resin, or maybe, I don't know if they will, but maybe Trumpeter will revisit this vehicle and modify it to the current issue. I hope they do, but I'm not saying they will. I don't know too much what else to say about the vehicle itself. Now, I've made mine in the markings of the Northern Theater of Operations in the Donbass region, which uses the little V. And this is what the vehicle looks like here, completed. And the products I used for the main color is the Gunzi 303. One thing I will say about this stuff is when you paint it, it'll go on semi-gloss, and it looks like it looks like a completely different color. When it's in the semi-gloss, you'll think that you're way off, but once you put a dull coat over this, it actually, the color comes out perfectly, like the Russian green. It does. You have to put the dull coat on it before you can judge the color. And some other products I used were the crushed grass from Vallejo. And also for the wet effects, I used the Vallejo wet effects. I also used, for a bit of chipping in just detail, I use these chipping paints from Ammo Mig. They're excellent paints for, they call them dry brush paints, but to me they're like chipping paints, because they're just, I use a sponge and do chipping with it. They're excellent product. So really, that's all I wanted to say about this kit. It's an excellent kit. The way they want you to build it, though, is in a transport mode and of an earlier vehicle. But if you look through the box, you can convert this into a later type, or like the current service version, just maybe missing a couple small things. And then also to do the bracing on the back, to have them like articulated like into the down position, that would require quite a bit of work. But the vehicle looks good, and there wasn't any fighting or any troubles with building it. So that's just my review and opinion on this kit. So thank you for watching.